It's your girl NP coming to you live with a little bitty message. JK been message. And yes, for God I live and for God I die. Huh? Dig it, huh? Welcome. Y'all know who this is. This Popz. That's fresh. Click subscribe and welcome.
Hey folks, how y'all doing today? This is Popz. Hey, I see that society has kind of put a downer on marriage. And let me explain something to y'all. Marriage is beautiful. Marriage is godly. But you got to understand this right now. Marriage is a working in progress. A lot of folks, they've been asking me, especially I think with me being a minister, they ask me, how is it that you stay married for 26 years? And I can honestly tell you this, the key to it for me and my wife is that we had to learn the hard way, and that's to keep everyone out of our marriage. One thing that we had to learn is that we had to put each other first. That means that mom and dad come second. Sisters and brothers come second. And even your kids come second. I know that don't always sit right with some folks, but that's just the God honest truth. In today's society, they don't always like to portray marriage as something beautiful, but it is. Matter of fact, God ordained marriage. He put it together. And I know that folks, they don't always like to look at marriage as something that is magical, but it is. I enjoy being married. And it is my honor and my pleasure to be married to such a wonderful and beautiful woman. The Bible says that a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. And we have to look at that scripture a little bit different because women, good women, are in short supply. And I had to learn to put her needs above everyone else. See, folks, especially as a man, I didn't understand that at first. I didn't understand that when my mom and my dad went to call me, I had to tell my mom and dad no. Why? Because my wife's needs come first. That means that mom and dad, I can't come running when y'all call. I remember my co-workers asked me one time, that if you was in a boat and you was drowning and you had to save your mom or your dad or your children or your wife, who would you save? And everybody around, he was like, oh, my mom, my children, my dad, my such and such. My answer was my wife. Not even my kids, our children, our kids. I'm not saving nobody else but my wife. That's who I'm saving. So I tell folks now, if you're not that committed to get married, don't get married. Don't marry that person if you're not committed, if you're not ready to put your all in that marriage. Don't get married. If you're not willing to love that person with your all, don't get married. I'm not saying to love that person with all your all and all, because the only person you're supposed to love like that is Jesus Christ. And then your spouse. See, everybody now think that marriage is something that you just jump in and then when things get bad, you get a divorce. No, it don't work like that. Because me and my wife, we went through a lot of things. A lot of bad turmoil. I mean, we lost everything a few times. But when I looked to the left and I looked to the right and I looked in front of me and I looked behind me, no matter where I looked, that woman was in front, in the back, on each side of me. And I hope that when things got bad for her, when she looked on either side, front, back, left, right, I was on that side. I wanted that woman to be able to look on the left or the right when we was in the bed and say, I'm proud that I married that man. I'm proud that that was the father of my children. That's what I strive for. So I tell people all the time, if you're not willing to commit your all to that man or that woman, don't get married. If you're not willing to put your family on the back burner, don't get married. If you're not willing to put your partners or your girlfriends on the back burner, don't get married. If you're not willing to put everything on the back burner, don't get married. Because I'm telling you, that person that you marry should make you want to change. You should be willing to love them unconditionally. No matter how bad things get, you should always be willing to change for that person. This is Popz, folks. Peace out.